Hello friends, how are you all? Today we are going to build an amazing website using Flask. So Flask is a Python web framework which is used for development of a website. Now for this tutorial, I assume that you know basic HTML. So let's start. Now I'm going to create a new Python file and I will call it app.py, and on the first line I will write from Flask import Flask. If you haven't installed Flask in your computer, you can basically open your terminal, and inside your terminal you can write pip install Flask. So in my case, it's showing requirement already satisfied. This means Flask is already installed. I can close my terminal and continue to work. Next, I will create a if name equals to main conditional equals to main, and if name equals to main, I will write app.run. This will run my app, and be sure to set the debug to true. But now I remember I have not created anything like app. So to create app, I will basically go here and write app is equals to Flask, this magic variable name. And this app is responsible for creating my server and running my app. Now, until now, if I save and open my terminal, we got an error not found. Why? Because we not specified what to do when user clicks on this link. So I will specify it right now. I will create a decorator app.route, and I will declare a function. Let's call this index, and for now I will just return hello. I will save this and refresh my website. You can see hello is being shown to me. But there's one problem. Suppose I want to write hundreds of HTML code. Then writing all the code in a string won't be good. Instead, I can create a folder and name it templates. And inside the templates, I can create a new file, index.html. This is a blank HTML file. And in my app.py, I can import render template from Flask. And instead of returning this string, I will return render template index.html. So when I will run my code, you can see my website is empty. That's because I have no code in this file. So let's add a h1 tag. Hello world. And when I will save this and refresh my website, you will see hello world. So this is a heading. If you want to make it small, instead of writing here h2, h1, you can write h2. Now you can see it's a bit smaller. Now the goal of the website I want to build is that I will have a form, and each time I submit the form data gets saved in my database. So to create a form, I can go here and write from flask-wtf import Flask-Form, and then I can create a class form, and I will inherit this class from the Flask form that I just imported. Oh, sorry for that. And inside this class, I will create some fields. I will basically create two fields. The first one will be a name, which will be a string field, and second one will be a button, which will be submit field. So to apply this logic, I will import some fields from WT forms. String field and submit field. And in the class, I will basically create two variables. The first one will be name, which will be string field, and I will type in some label. Let's give this name, and here I will create a button, which will be basically submit field, and I will label this submit. Let's save and see if everything is fine right now. So yes, our website is working. That means there is no error in this code. Now what I can do is, inside my index route, I can basically create my form instance and pass this form in my render template. You will see what this does just in a second. Let's go here and write some title tags. Last tutorial. And if I save this, you will see the title. Looks like I got some errors. That's because in my app.py, I have not created any secret key. Flask-Form takes secret key as it is important for it to function. So we will create our secret key app dot config secret key will be just a random string. So you can write anything in this string, but for now I am writing here random string. And let's save this and see if our code is working. Okay, so we are not getting any errors. That means our code is fine. Now I will go here and create my form. Just remember always, while creating a form, you have to always pass this form.return tag. And now I will create form dot name dot label, which will be simply this variable. And in the next line, I will create my actual input form dot name, and I will do same for submit field form dot button. Let's save this and see if we can see our form or not. So yeah, this is the label of our name input, and this is the actual input box, and this is our submit field. Let's change this heading. Instead of saying hello world here, I will write please enter your name. But until now, if I enter my name and press submit, nothing is going to happen. That's because here we need to say what is the method and what is the action. Action means when we try to submit our form, where it should take us, and method means which method, like get or post. So this will basically be post, and action will be our index route. So I will save this, and here I will say methods get and post. What I'm doing here is basically I am allowing this route to use get and post method. So if request dot method equals to post, or let's say get, then return this template. Else, that means if the method is get, if the method is not get, if the method is post, then you will return an f string. And so the task here is that how are we exactly going to get the data from here, and we can simply do this by saying the or simply hello form dot name dot data. This will return the data whatever the user provided in this box. So I will save this and check if our code is working or not. I will write here John and try to submit. You can see hello John is being shown. If you are not seeing it, I can create an h1 tag and save this, and now if I refresh, you can see hello John as a heading. Let's enter here something other than John. I will say William, and when I will press submit, you can see hello William is being shown. I can change this E to lowercase letter. Now it is perfect, but there's another problem with this. I can leave this name empty and try to submit, then also it will work, but we don't want this. If we want to apply a validation that the user should not leave this box empty, then we can go to our code and import something that is from wtforms dot validations import length, and inside my name I can say validator equals to, and I will pass in a list. Inside the list I will call this length, and this length will take two arguments, min and max. But for this case we need only min, so we'll pass min, and I will say min equals to 1. This means user cannot enter an information which is whose length is less than. That means if I leave this box empty and try to submit, the code should not work. So I will save this file and now again try to submit the form, but there's some error. Looks like the import was not successful. Actually, the name of this validators module, the name of this module is not validations, it is validators. So let me again run my server. Python main.py and Python app.py, and I will go on this link. Let's try to enter blank. It's still working. And if you ask me why, that's because we need to do one more thing. Here we need to check if the form is valid or not. If form dot valid on submit, then return this, else return sorry, please enter correct information. Let's save this and try to rerun. I will leave this blank. You can see one more error, and that is form has no attribute valid on submit, and that's actually because instead of valid I have to write here validate. And when I will refresh, you can see sorry, please enter correct information. Let me zoom in this. You can see sorry, please enter correct information. Now let's type in some valid name. Then I will try to submit. You can see hello Rishabh. But if I write here nothing and try to submit, you can see sorry, please enter correct information. You can see like this. This means we have to provide some information here, otherwise it will display the message sorry, you have to enter correct information. So that's all from this video. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask in the comments box. I will see you in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video and channel. Bye bye.